I think when Morat came over, Ode kind of like almost like kind of shook her head and um like then looked to Byron, but then saw that Byron was with Zecca and saw like, okay, now is like not the time to talk to Byron. So after Morak and Kezia move Sunny's body to like a more far away, like
I was
secluded.
gonna recommend below deck.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna. Zecca? Is that kosher with Zecca?
Where?
Moving it below
Below
deck.
deck.
I mean, as long as he
Okay.
can be with it, then yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, because once they set Sunny down, Byron will leave Zecca with Sunny's body, and then go grab one blanket to lay over Sunny, and a blanket to put over Zecca.
Okay.
And a towel to just kind of dry off Zecca's hair. And he'll just kind of pat him on his head and say, hey, as soon as you're ready, we'll always be here for you.
Zecca will nod.
And he'll leave him.
Oh, kind of with this, we'll see that she is. Did Byron give him a minute?
Yeah, he
Okay.
walked away.
I think seeing this, she'll kind of maybe grab Byron and say like, I'm sorry, can we talk? And like kind of also wave over Kezia and Morat if they'll come over. Maybe like away from Zecca too.
In Artuk?
No.
Oh, Artuk's alone.
Yeah. I think she doesn't know where Archuk is. So to the three of them, she'll say, I know this is horrible. I also don't know much about magic. Is there any like wizard, Ernest, maybe Byron, your powers that could, maybe even the Way of the Long Death monks that could do something for Sunny?
I believe there are other spells besides Revivify that can raise the dead. I believe one is actually just Gold Raise Dead. I may be able to learn it, but we'd have to get most likely a diamond, even more expensive than that. And at the end of the day, you'll kind of glance over at Sunny's mechanical body and go, I'm not sure how it would work with that.
Wait, why wouldn't just whatever Zecca does normally work?
We never did cast Zecca's spell on Sunny. Well, I don't know. I don't want to say it wouldn't work.
I'm just not sure.
David, with Morank's war history knowledge and all of his books about Warforged, is there ever any mention of like one being destroyed and being brought back?
I gotta tell you, that's so far into the realm of state secrets. There is no chance Morak would know it.
Fair enough.
Well, in all of my books, it says nothing about bringing it back. So,
I mean, perhaps with your books, I mean, they have some of like the schematics and things. Do you think perhaps we could build him back up and repair him enough that he'll come back?
I don't know if that would be Sunny.
I'm not sure.
we don't even fully know how he was built. I don't know how we can fix him.
I think we need to at least try. We can try the diamond thing. We can find the money. We could steal a diamond. I mean, we're in the middle of the ocean, but we should try.
I don't know that spell yet.
Mm,
I mean, perhaps I can go over what I have in my mind and see what I can learn, but
Right.
it's a higher level spell. I believe, like, if I was going to put it on a scale of 1 to 9, it could be a 5. It's not easy.
It's pretty high.
Oh, really? Because that one seems like it's in the middle to me, and I don't know much about magic.
Oh, is someone that's been studying for years and only can get to 2 so far is
Damn.
is pretty high.
It's
But
pretty
Zecca's
high.
pretty cool, right?
Almost as if I can only get to 4.
Zecca and I might be able to get to there.
I think that the way of the long death, people could help. They study death and how to prevent it.
But how does that apply to a mechanical being? Like, we know that he has a soul and everything, but doesn't the way of the long death focus on, your body and that staying alive?
I mean, you're right. I just don't want to not try.
I know. I understand.
I guess it would kind of depend too if we have a time pressure. Well, I mean, from Eric laughed at me. Like, from if we need to focus on getting to Gautera. I don't know.
I mean, let me think more about that raise dead spell. I don't believe that it has a time requirement.
Morak,
I'm not trying to be too metagamey, but
as much as I appreciate you, I don't think it would be a good idea to bring Sunny's body into Gautera.
Who were you saying that to?
I said towards Morak specifically, but
I just...
Hey, Will, can you check your private messages real quick? You guys can continue.
we are only 2 days from Leon. Wherever we want to get to, we'll have to limp back there.
Yeah, and we'd have to convince Maeva to bring us back if we think. And I don't think we're on her good graces, right? But
Understandably.
Sorry, what did David just say?
Check
wants
my
to
DMs.
DMs.
Yeah. Also,
Oh, me?
yes. As a just quick aside, you're about 3.5 days out from Leon, just as a bookkeeping point.
How close was the next city that we were heading towards?
Gautera is about a week.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on, I'll just go ahead and pull up the world map.
David, I thought this was our second night, you said.
This was the third night. I went through and checked again.
Okay.
Third night ended, and then you guys went to bed, but it got interrupted. So about 3.5. You're where that X is on the map.
So we're close to Candle?
And Coral Point.
we know that Laventine has the Warforged dude at it. With all the parts and stuff. Oh shit, that's actually something.
That's
Fuck.
actually something.
You're okay with it?
Yeah, he says, well, after Morak pulls out the map, he's like, oh, god damn it, Zecca, you drew on it again. He's like, the wind speed and everything, I think approximately we're right here on the map. We could either go close to Coral Point and...
Candida.
Candy?
Candida?
Sorry, Zecca drew over the name. I can't.
The ghost that rules the world kind of is cutting off the L there. It's Candle.
Yeah, it's Candle. So,
I think it wouldn't be too unreasonable to convince Maeva that her ship could be repaired in one of those cities.
we could possibly ask to go to Coral Point. And then, I mean, we do have the lead on the Warforged. Elector, as you will, down in Laventine, but I don't, with how Autuck is right now, I don't know if we have time to figure something like this out.
Do we know whether or not what just happened has cured him of the blight?
Not he ran away.
I doubt it.
We can go check with Artuk.
We might want to check with him in the morning.
There. At least we could have a plan. It's better than nothing.
I could go talk to Maeva and ask him if we could go to Coral Point.
Morak and Ode, actually, both of you, could you make a history check for me?
Yeah. Can you pull up Oath's character sheet too?
Yeah. Okay, first one is for Ode.
And then this one's gonna be for
And
Morak.
this one's for Morak.
Morak, what you remember about Coral Point, it was kind of just Imperial Port Town, on the wealthier side, but that the war never kind of focused on that area. Because if you were dealing with ports, you were dealing with ones much closer to Orc territory, and that one was just so far away that it never really came up. Ode, what you remember from just assorted lessons is that Coral Point was an Imperial port town. It was something... Port town doesn't quite do its justice. It's more akin to, like, Monaco, where it's like a very wealthy... It's a very wealthy city, and at this stage in its kind of existence, it is more of a just wealthy city-state, just kind of run by a number of wealthy individuals who just kind of have sway within the city. But yeah, you do know that it's just like, you could probably find repairs there. Might be expensive, but you know, the people there certainly have access to the resources to repair the ship. You also would guess, based on the map, it's also surrounded by a decent-sized coral reef as well, which you would need to navigate, but like, it definitely would be closer than Leon. Candle is a bit of a question, but you don't know that one as well. It probably is closer than Candle, though.
Yeah, Ode can communicate that to the three of, and if you need help convincing her, first you could bring Byron. He's always very convincing, but you could say like she's more. I mean, if she doesn't know this already, she definitely does, but more likely to be able to find repairers in Coral Point because it's like a wealthy city.
Do you want me to go over and try to get Mystara?
We can maybe not convince her right now, but just see what's... I'll go ask her what her plan is first.
Perhaps we wait for all this until morning. Let everyone simmer down a little bit and sleep off these stress.
Might be best.
Hey, Ode.
Yes.
You smell incense burning.
I smell incense burning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Behind you, actually, where you guys left Zecca. Like in the kind of secluded room. You smell incense.
Okay, Ode will kind of like look to the group like, I'm gonna go investigate something and then go follow it.
Yeah, if you just walk down a little further, but just kind of backtrack, doesn't even take a minute. Zecca, what does this look like?
Yeah, there's a, I kind of started to describe it in a previous session, where it's... Sorry. Oh, I thought someone said something. I started to describe it in a previous session, but he's casting divination right now. And when you ritually cast it, it doesn't consume a spell slot, so he's able to actually do it right now. And you just see Sunny's body laying in the center of this chalk design, almost like Full Metal Alchemist-esque, like runic design of trying to reach out to the gods. It's very different from what he usually does. There's no baking and flour or anything involved. Like, this just looks like a straight up cleric divination spell that he's performing, and it's very traditional. And at the corners of each part of the design, there's incense burning, and you see the incense, rather than floating up naturally, it's curling towards the top and almost making this spider webbing dome that's collecting smoke over the top of Sunny at this moment.
All the rest of you can now smell the incense, especially since Ode kind of tipped you off to it. If you choose to.
Ode would like gesture to have everyone be able to come over and see this if they wish.
Zecca? The floor is yours.
How can I save him?
You see, I imagine at the center there are three particular candles, just at the very center of this kind of ornate ritual. As you ask that, the first one alights. You get 3 questions, right? Oh, only one. Okay.
No, just one.
Hold on.
There's one candle. Yeah, you're thinking of commune,
Yes.
and that's only yes or no answers. This one you can actually give like a little bit more.
You could use
short.
smoke.
Yeah, you can use a short phase, a cryptic rhyme, or an omen.
I want to see David's rhyming skills, personally.
I was going to say, I would request a haiku.
Knowing I'm not Fuji. All of you hear just a quiet voice and a little puff up of sparks from Sunny's chest as this kind of occurs. A weary soul may yet be saved, and 2 of you hold the key. But a dangerous journey awaits you. Or, not dangerous, sorry. But a difficult journey awaits you. And with each day, the soul becomes more distant. And the kind of single candle there, the flame lowers, and you see kind of a swirl of 2, the 2 wisps, sparkles. One kind of float over from the candle to Zecca, and just kind of as it connects with you, you see the symbol of Mystara literally flash onto onto your body for just a moment. The other one actually continues past you all, though. It kind of almost swims past Ode, the collected party behind you, past Zecca. Artuk, as you sit isolated, you see a kind of lavender wisp just kind of gently approach you and impact against your chest, and the symbol of Mystara faintly appear for just a moment, at which point the candle in the ritual fades.
It's not too late. You guys, it's not too late. We need to find port. Where's the closest port?
We were just talking about that. We think we can head to Coral Point. We want to do everything we can, Zecca.
We're going to Coral Point. Where's Mava? Where's Mava?
Zecca. Well, we're gonna do our
Where's
best. Like, the ship is badly damaged.
Zecca just walks past.
Okay.